POV, when you're Nigerian, Auntie said you'll struggle if you marry a Ghanaian man. Sorry, it's too late. They call me Emma now. And I love the struggle, #Ghana.
Hello, welcome to my channel once again. Today in this video, I want to share with you some African American women who have married or are dating African men, let me say Ghanaian men, and they are sharing their experience. So let's go into this video, watch, come back and talk.
This is what I've learned from being married to an African man. The biggest thing to know, especially as you're getting married or considering getting married, is for us here in America, generally, when you get married, it's considered to be a union between two individuals. It's you as an individual marrying this person who is also an individual. And you decide everything between the two of you, and, it's all about you two. In my husband's culture and in many other African cultures, that's not really how it's looked at. It's looked at more as a union between two families. So it's very important that the two families, as much as possible, get to know each other, get to understand each other, exchange phone numbers, and, communicate back and forth. It's much more important to them that your family approves of your spouse and that your spouse's family approves of you and gets to know you. When you have the actual wedding, representation from both sides of the family is extremely important.
So I'm going to do a story time about how I met my Ghanaian Facebook friend, who is now my fiance. But before I do, I want to tell you a few reasons not to date a Ghanaian man. The first reason I can think of is if you want to be the boss, these men are not for you. As an American, no. We are the boss, so you can't do that. So another reason is if you think your culture is superior to theirs, no, you don't want to date them. And the third reason is if you're not open-minded, you don't need to date an African man, a Ghanaian man. So those are just 3 reasons not to date a Ghanaian man.
Hello everybody. Oh my gosh, this is the 3rd time I'm making this video. That's how I know that it's really something that's gonna change somebody else's life. The devil does not want me to have this message out, but I'm gonna bring it out. So there was a situation. I'm a part of this group of Ghanaian fiancés and wives, and I saw a post from a particular lady who had been in a relationship with a Ghanaian man, and she actually was basically talking about how all Ghanaian men are this way, they're not right, and how she was saying how she has Ghanaian friends, and they start with I know my people aren't this way, they're not right, they're not this, and she was just explaining how this person came to her being such a great guy, being there for her, doing all of this and that. The family loves her and stuff. And at the end of the relationship, she basically was scammed. And she, now she's devastated about it and upset and just kind of mad about the whole scenario. And then she just embarked on, this is how Ghanaian men are. And she was saying how she was comparing Ghanaian men to American men, how American men can dog you, but they'll do it in front of your face. And Ghanaian men will dog you, but they'll be sweet as pie, and you'll never know that they're this way until the end. And, what I basically said, I agreed with some of the things she said and disagreed with some of the other things. Granted, so for my placement, I've been coming back and forth to Ghana for a few years. I was married to a Ghanaian. I've dated. I have Ghanaian friends. My pastor, who I go to church, is Ghanaian. So I have a lot of relationships with Ghanaians. And also, too, I found out that my heritage is from Ghana, like from the Fanti people. So a lot of that has attribute to what I've been learning and what I know, and some things that I've experienced personally. So when I was basically talking to or expressing my point under the lady's post, I was just trying to explain to her, like, there are Ghanaian men that are wrong men, and there are Ghanaian men that are good men. There are some that will pretend and scam you, and there are some that will actually love you and build with you and be there for you. Sometimes the percentage of the ones that are not right are higher, but like I said, every Ghanaian man is not the same, right? And I was trying to explain that you have to think of us. We're Black people. We come from the continent, but us as African American, we have been taken. Our people have been taken from the continent, so they had to learn another set of rules, how to live, how to survive under this ruling of Caucasians during this time frame of slavery. They had to deal with a whole bunch of trauma, being raped, molested, families broken down, situations being just tarnished, losing your identity, losing your tribe, everything, and get to a point where to overcome all this killing and painful stuff to try to get equal. I mean, our people went through so much. So the way that we live and the way that we understand and think things are totally different than somebody that is still living on the continent. So when you think about a Ghanaian man or Ghanaians as a whole, they come from Africa. They have still stayed there during the time that our people was taken. So they had to deal with not only, their generation had to not only deal with the taking of people, but also the generational curses, the corruption, the witchcraft, the division, the wars. I mean, so many things they had to deal with. And I'm not making that light of a Ghanaian treating the lady wrong, but when you decide to date a Ghanaian man or woman, you have to look at these things that their heritage attributes to, that they were raised in, how their thinking is, how survival and things are for them, which is different from us, how their traumas are, that are different from us. And when you decide to embark on a relationship like this is a whole nother culture. And I'm not about to get preachy with you, but I'm just letting you know, like, if the Holy Spirit is not leading you, and you don't have the Holy Spirit as a mental compass that is leading you in a relationship, you're going to get into the wrong thing. If you believe in God and you believe that he is higher than you and he can see things and understand things more than you, that's who you should have been referring to. When you're dating just a man or a woman, anybody, you have to use discernment. And when you have the Holy Spirit that's leading you, he can tell you quickly that's not the one. You know what I mean? He can tell you in time frame, let you learn something. But if you have an intimate relationship with God, you're praying, he is your mental compass, it'll save you from a lot of heartache and a lot of pain, because he can see things that you don't see. He can hear things that you don't hear about the situation that's going on beyond you, So, and I'm saying that from experience, because from experience, when I got into my ex-husband, my marriage, I thought I was being led, but then I kind of swayed, I swayed over like, oh my gosh, like after this, he has to be from God. This has to be the person. And I remember my pastor like talking to me like, Dominique, hey, the person that you're dating, I'm going to be in Ghana this time. I want to meet him. Like, if it's okay, and I wanted to do that. But my emotions and everything was so straightforward that I was like, I'm gonna marry him anyway. It's not even, I know this is God, this is something. But I was not using the Holy Spirit as my spiritual compass. I got into this relationship and was like, oh, it's good. Instead of waiting and giving God time to reveal to me these things, to show me if this is the person the ordained person for me. And it could have saved me a lot of heartache. I'm so glad I have experienced and I learned some things, but it would have been better if I had learned wisdom ahead of time about this, and I could have avoided it and been already in the ordained marriage I'm supposed to be in. So I just say that, like, you know, it's good to have the Holy Spirit lead you. It's good to have discernment. It's good to understand and know what is going on before you even embark on that. It's good to ask God to freeze those emotions. Yes, you're meeting this wonderful, handsome guy with the accent. He's from another country. He's doing all these things for you, making you feel different, making you feel this way and that way. And where's God at? When are you talking to God? Like, God, who is this person? What is his agenda? Is this a person that's even ordained for my life? Like, God, show me. Freeze up these feelings that I'm feeling. You know, I think he's nice. Oh, he's handsome. He smells good. Show me who this person is. Because I don't want to embark on anything that is not ordained by you, and you're not governing, and you're not leading me into. You feel me? And, you know, when I saw that post, I just wanted to, like, you know, explain that to her. And I'm so thankful that she shared her experience. And I'm sharing my experience because it's like a long day coming. I thought I was just going to keep it to myself. You know, I've talked about relationships with Ghanaians and stuff, but not as deep as this, what I'm expressing right now. And, you know, when you embark on that type of relationship, you have to use God as your spiritual compass. Any relationship, and also a relationship that another culture is involved, just so it can save you from heartache, save the other person from craziness and whatever they're trying to do. I mean, because you deserve to be with the ordained man or ordained woman that's for you. You deserve to be with somebody who loves you, for you, who's going to be there with you, who's going to build with you, not scam you, not play you, not use you, not leave you in a state that is more devastating than when you met them, you know? And I just wish a lot of us, like I said, would just take that time to use discernment and take that time to have intimacy with God and pray and be led, so we can be led to the right person, regardless of what culture, what place they're from. And like I said, if you're a person that's dating a Ghanaian and you're starting it, or anybody, like, take that time. If you believe in God, take that time to pray and ask God, you know, who this person is. God, freeze up my feelings so I know who this person is. Is this person meant for me? Are they a friend? Are they a longevity relationship? Are they somebody I should just not even deal with? Please show me, so I can be led correctly, and I can, you know, walk in purpose and do what you call me to do, and not have anything that will distract me or hinder me from what you have called for me to do. You know?
Well, from listening to one of the women, she was like, marrying an African man, you are not marrying just the man, you are marrying the family. And that is very true, because you cannot, in Africa, you cannot marry an African man and say, maybe when you see their cousin, their sister, their brother, their mother, like they are nothing to you. You have to have a certain relationship with some of these people. That is the African relationship or African marriage. That's how it is. Because all of these people are kind of part of how people are going to view you, if you are a good person or like you are not a good person. You understand? So all of them are parts. All of these people are even friends, sometimes even friends. Yes, so don't think you are going to marry an African and it's just that if it is the man, it is only him. No, you are going to marry a whole. So if it is a lady too, it is the family. You are marrying the family, not, or you are marrying from a family, not just the lady. So you have a certain relationship with some of these people who are related to your partner. And the other lady too was talking about, if you marry a Ghanaian man, it is a general thing in Africa. The man feels like, or the man is supposed to lead. You understand? The man is supposed to lead. The man feels like he is the leader. So if you are from America, you are coming to Africa, and you are going to feel like you are superior over your man, then I'm sorry, that doesn't work here. The man is supposed to be in charge. He is supposed to be in charge, basically, of everything, the family, and they are very responsible. I must tell you, yes, very, very responsible. And they know their duties and they know what they are supposed to do at the right time. So for me, if you are coming from Europe, America, and you're marrying an African, you should know some of these things. And some people, if you are watching this video too and you are already married to an African and you are from the diaspora, I'm sure you will share your experience with us in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching.